Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Subsistence. It's a beautiful morning, I think. I must apologise, there's been a bit of a gap from the last episode. Real life speaking, we had a big storm, Storm Arwen, if you're Welsh, or Arwen if you're not, which caused an enormous amount of damage in my area. It completely wiped out my greenhouse. Unfortunately, which was a home-built greenhouse, not one of these flimsy ones. And, well, yeah, it's taken me a little while. Initially, we lost all our power, and the internet, although I still had internet, it was worse than dial-up. It was dreadful. I think the local transmitter tower got taken out, and I was on some far distant tower somewhere in the, well, Welsh hills. So my apologies, I haven't been able to play, and even if I could have played, I haven't been able to record, and even if I could have recorded, I wouldn't have been able to upload it. So I kind of took about a week off. It was actually almost exactly a week, because I had already recorded the last episode. Ooh, there's the cougar down there. You can just see her in the shadows. So I've got a bit of catching up to do, and I can't remember where we were, but I did notice these windows have taken damage. That must have been one of the attacks when we were out and about looting, not sure. So I'm playing a bit of catch up. I apologise for the gap. I'm sure you were all wondering what was going on and where I was and what had happened and all the rest of it. Sorry about that. There wasn't a lot I could do. The only thing I did do was I put a what's it called, a pinned note on my last video at the top of the comments section on my last video, just to let you guys try and know, you know, I hadn't forgotten. I was still alive, but yeah, there wasn't a lot I could do about it. So, well, apologies are done. Hopefully that's all I could do. Right, let's just quickly check for any more damage. I haven't seen any else. They must have gone round the front there. That's a bit damaged. I don't know. It's strange. We don't normally take any damage. They normally just hit the rocks, but for some reason this time they have managed to. Ooh, look at that. Not quite sure. It doesn't kind of go right. Hitting glass with a hammer in order to repair it. Something inherently wrong with that idea, isn't there? But, well, there's a few bits of glass shards. That's about that. I don't think there's any of the woodwork done. Let's just have a quick check. Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. I think we're pretty good other than those bits that I noticed. Oh, we haven't got any planks anyway. Yeah, that'll do. I just wanted to get that done just in case. Another reason I wanted to get that done is because I can't for the life of me remember whether today is an attack day or not. It might well be. So if it's an attack day, I don't really want to have an attack and not have done the repairs. Anyway, that's that out of the way. I'm carrying a fuel brick because that needs topping up, and we do need some food. So we need some good food. Do we have any eggs? One. That's not going to do it, is it? So we'll have one of those, and one of those, and one of those. And yeah, just have one of those. That'll do it. Okay, so everything's topped up, everything's done. We know the cougar is dangerously low down there for some reason. We could go and take the cougar out, but I'm not desperate for sinew. I believe we do still have a chicken. So I want to go down and check on the chicken. Oh, okay, can't go that way because... no, we have to go all the way around then. Yeah, I really can't remember, like a week ago, and so much has happened. I'm still putting pieces back together. I still got the greenhouse roof to repair when I do eventually manage to get some things to put on it. And annoyingly, although I have a backup generator, I couldn't get it to start. It's been quite a few years since I last used it. And normally with that sort of thing I would be well prepared in advance, and I would say, right, well, every year I'll check it out, pull it out, start it up, make sure it's all working. I hadn't done that. Use a crate. Yeah, I'd been very lax, and I hadn't done maintenance on it, and all the petrol was old. It got clogged up, and well, you know how it is. So yeah, had to borrow a little bit of electricity from my next door neighbour to keep my freezer going. It was a mess, and it went on and on and on. So anyway, enough about that. Ooh, that's our second egg. I think we'll leave the chicken. If I put any more rose hips in, I'm going to have to put more water in. So we're over 50% on everything. Come on, chicken, grow up. We've hardly got any of that. We can use the power. Okay. Yeah, plant bed is the other thing you guys have mentioned. We really need to get a plant bed going down here. Plant bed doesn't cost anything electrically wise, but I don't really have anywhere to put it. So what I might do is I might extend out into the water to make a better fishing platform, maybe just with one of these foundations, and then we can put the plant bed on there. Don't know how to think about that. Thank you for all the comments and suggestions. As usual, you guys are great. You think of things that I just don't. I think a lot of the problem is I'm so busy playing the game. When you're busy playing the game, you kind of forget to play the game, if that makes any sense at all. In other words, so busy running around looting and worrying about stuff, you don't really remember some of the more basic things like water canteens, for instance. You suggested I should make some more water canteens. It would make life a lot easier, and you're absolutely right. It did, but only when you pointed it out. So keep the comments coming. They're great. I love to read them. I do pay a lot of attention to them. And just because I don't take you up on one of your ideas doesn't mean it's not a good one. You know, we all have our different ways of playing the game, and likes and dislikes, and obviously sometimes if you suggest it I might not do it, but it doesn't stop it being a very good idea. Okay, I don't know where I'm going here. I haven't really got a plan for today. I kind of just wanted to get an episode out for you guys, just so that you knew what was going on and why I hadn't been around for a while. So I thought I would just jump into the game and do a bit of looting, try and get my head back around where I am, whether it's an attack day, whether it's not an attack day, what we're building and what mass we got, what power we got, you know, all that sort of thing. Is it, after a few days away from it, you kind of forget all of this stuff. It's kind of important. So yeah, there's that as well. Doing quite well on the old loot crates at the moment. Some copper up there, could do with that, I think. As you saw, the refinery is still running from the last episode. I literally, since what you saw in the last episode, I haven't done anything. This is the very next day. Apart from waiting it out overnight, making some cordage, catching up on where everything was and what I had. Literally, this is carrying straight on from the last episode. So, as you've all said in the past, you want to see every gritty, grimy little tree chop. You want to see me going through the struggle. You narcissists. You love to see me struggle. But no, that's all good. I understand that it's part of the game. Part of the game is the struggle to survive. And that's hopefully what we're doing. So we had a couple of good ideas on a what we might call a diving hut. I think I will get that zinc this time. In the comments you mentioned about maybe building a little diving hut over by the lake, and I agree, but I think if I'm going to do a diving hut, I think I'm going to do it by the North Lake and kind of make what we might call a small second base. The reason for that, as you can see on the map, I haven't done, we ran all the way around it once, and that's it. I haven't really done anything up there. So I think that would be a good idea. I've been giving a little bit of thought, not terribly much, but a little bit of thought, and I thought maybe on this peninsula here, I know it's a very common area to build a base, and it does cut down your options regarding looting, but the other side of the lake is just too narrow. There's nothing happening over there, and Crinkly Bottom and up in the northwestern side of the lake, that's a heck of a trek. So not sure yet. I'm open to suggestions on it, but we'll think of somewhere kind of cool. You know me, I don't tend to build just bases. They've got to be, you know, something special about them. You know, in a strange location or something. We'll figure something out. But we certainly got enough nails. So what I'll probably do, maybe won't drag you guys around with me, but what I'll probably do is spend a couple of days just chopping wood. Maybe I'll use a couple of strength packs, and I'll just get a load of wood and then convert it into planks. Cordage we're pretty okay on, so nails obviously we're good on, planks we need, so I think probably I'll just get a couple of strength packs and, ooh, hello rogues. Yeah, we'll build up the resources, and then one day we'll maybe take a trip up and go and get something started. I'm amazed he didn't chase me, actually. I thought he was going to come after me. Okay, so wasn't there a crate up here a minute ago? Sure there was. That's potassium, didn't want that. This looked like a dead body on the field there. There's a moose coming. I wonder if that moose is going to play with them. Haven't really got the time to wait. It's kind of getting on in the day a bit. There's a road there going up the hill. There's another one there. I didn't think I saw one behind the tree, or that might have been another one actually. That moose is, I think, maybe going to go off at an oblique angle. I think he might just miss them, unfortunately. Oh, okay. I think what happens is they know you're there, and they just gradually migrate over towards you until they get within aggro range, and then obviously they shoot at you. Not really interested at the moment. I don't normally collect zinc. Normally get enough of it off the hunters and things, but I figured it was right there in front of me. Might as well grab it. But the iron and copper I'll definitely have. So yeah, I hope you're all faring well. I hope you're doing better than I am storm-wise. I know the storm hit the UK, well, all over the UK really, but we were expecting high winds in Wales. I'm in the north of Wales, the very west coast of England, as it were, or the west coast of the UK, I should say. we were expecting the storm to hit, but I don't think anybody expected how ferocious it actually turned out to be. I think we had 98-mile-an-hour winds, which I suppose by American US standards isn't that bad. But bear in mind this is an area that is not used to that kind of strength of the wind. So the trees around here are not really bedded in enough to be able to put up with it. So an awful lot of trees went down. My road, there are a couple of ways of getting to my house up in the mountains. One of the roads was completely blocked, several trees down on it. The other one was passable, but it was covered, absolutely covered in bits of tree and small branches and I was going to say leaves, but they're more than leaves, aren't they, when they're attached to bits of branches. So driving along was a bit of a nuisance. I'm all caught under the car and things. Anyway, yeah, I did say I wasn't going to go on about that, so we won't go on about that. We're here now, we're back, and I do still have a lot of work to do, so some of the episodes over the next few days are going to be a little bit haphazard. I try to record no more than one episode in advance, so that I can... Oh, great, that's all I need, a stall. So that I can respond to your comments. If I were to record, 3, 4, 5, 6 episodes in advance, it would be, when you left a comment, I wouldn't be able to respond to it. So I try to not do that. Obviously, in this instance, it would have been handy, but yeah. So for the next few days, at least, while I get things repaired and sorted out at home, the episodes are going to be, well, sporadic. Let's call it that. I'm aware the cougar was quite low, so I'll be a little bit careful here. Just check, see if there's any iron. No. There's a little bit of grass sticking through there, it quite amuses me. Grab the copper. Okay, well, we've kind of done a big loop here. It wasn't really intentional. I kind of just picked a direction and went, and that took us in a loop. So it's coming towards about tea time, maybe towards the end of the day, so we haven't got long. Oh, I wasn't watching. And I don't have the stuff to get another one. A couple of those. We've got the scrap. I'll just chop a couple of trees. And one more. And just while that's doing that, just going to see if we've got any more eggs. Yep. So still around 50%, so we'll be good overnight, and we'll get it topped up tomorrow. And where was that iron? Come on, planks. Just come up here where I can actually see something, just in case we get snuck up on. Sometimes it is kind of nice just to stand somewhere and take in the view. Not necessarily in a thunderstorm, but there we go. So yeah, plans for the future, I think some kind of a diving outpost on the North Lake. I'm not too worried about the South Lake. Charlie's in a direct line between me and where the South Lake, kind of where I need to go. So I would always be going around Charlie anyway. I don't really think it's worth building anything that close to the base. We can either use the Looter's Roost or just go straight from our home base up here. But the North Lake, I think there's a definite advantage to having something up there because it is so far away. And it'd be kind of neat, you know, to be able to have an expedition, maybe overnight up there, or several nights up there. We wouldn't get any free power mass, obviously, but once we can build this place, this main base here, to a point where it's getting noodles of power, it won't matter, because we can just use some of the power that we've gained to make the mass, and then move the BCU into the other base, get the free power mass in the new base, and, you know, start again. So that's fine, we can do that. Okay, let's get a couple of fuel bricks out of that lot, I think. And some scrap. What else have we got? Some of those. And some of those. Ooh. 27, wasn't it, we were carrying? That goes in there. That's the cooker. That's the ore. That's ammo. We'll get there in the end. We'll put the ore in there. Yeah, we've got 82 zinc ore, and we've already got 52 refined. So I'm really not too worried about the zinc, but keeping up with the iron and the copper, that's a bit of a struggle, unless I make a concerted effort. You know, when I'm out and about, to go looking for it. But we're doing okay. We're doing good. So we've got a couple of eggs there. We'll put the cart away, I think, and we can make a steak and eggs with those. We've got oodles of power. I'm guessing the refinery has actually finished. Yes, it has. So we don't really need to be... Ooh. So we don't really need to be wasting any more fuel, but we kind of just did. Topped up, ready for next time. And so there are lots of things that I'd kind of like to build, but the one that interests me most is going to be the diving gear. So we're going to need to get 5 circuit boards and then 200 mass. How are we doing on those? Ooh, so we're going to need more pearls. So I think that's 16 of those, right? And then 24 maybe. Nicely calculated. So yeah, we need 2 more pearls, and then we need to make a 5th one of those, and then I'll have to build up the... we'll get the master 100, and then I'll have to try and get it up to 200, which means we're going to need kelp. So it's too late today, really, to be doing all of that. It's going to be dark very, very soon. We're not in the best of health, but I think if I just chop a few trees for the rest of the... Ooh, okay, I was going to say the rest of the day, but the rest of the day is... Oh, go, Dave Wolf. the rest of the day is kind of already upon us. Well, we'll get these few local trees anyway. We're always going to need them or the planks that we create. And we can have a drink while we're here. We do need some firewood upstairs, if I remember. Ooh, there. I think we used all the firewood from upstairs. So this will kind of handily replace that. Convenient little group of trees here, but there always seems to be a bear around. Yeah, see the bag up there as well. Bear doesn't want me to have it. Okay, I don't know which bear that was, but it wasn't the one I was looking at. Maybe it was. Yeah, black bear. Yeah, lost interest yet? Yeah, I think you lost interest. I'm going to be a bit careful over here. I keep running into fishermen over this bit. It's the kind of way I try to avoid this. But I think we've lost the light anyway with this storm. The day has ended early. So, as this is a I'm Still Alive episode, I'm afraid there isn't really too much of interest. We didn't do anything, we didn't kill anything. All we did was run around and get some loot and chop some trees. So I think for the time being I'm going to call it a halt there. Sorry, it's a little bit of a short episode. It's not even actually dark, and I think the last episode was a short one as well. Yeah, we're okay down here. I'll take these upstairs. I'll dump this off. Ooh, okay, I'll dump that off anyway. That can go upstairs. That can go upstairs. That needs cooking. Right, and dinner should be ready, I think. Just gives us a bit of wood to chuck on the fire should we need to. Need to fill that one up. Some out here. There we go. So I won't eat that now. I will eat that when the start of the next episode. There's no point in bumping my stuff up. Only to oh, stop raining. Brilliant. Yeah, I need to go to bed. So I'm going to call it that. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope I didn't cause you too much stress in wondering what had happened, but that's what had happened anyway. It is good to be back. It's good to have things at least semi-normal again. But anyway, you take care of yourselves and look after yourselves. Stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye now.